Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. It's going to be pretty quick, and it's just going to be a quick review of what's been an absolutely crazy ring domination for me. I was going to make this video a lot longer, but I'm kind of burnt out on doing longer videos and looking at what you guys are actually watching. You seem to prefer shorter videos, so that's what I'm going to be doing, at least in the short term. So let's get straight into it. When I started, I got... Well, let's just go over it. This Dolph Ziggler popped up when I was on the Austin card, so I was really happy by this point. Gave me another legendary pro, and I was thinking, okay, last ring domination, we got legendary Brock and epic Paige in that weekend, which was, neither of them were pros and neither of them are still pros, but was really happy. Two really good cards. So to get the Ziggler pull really early on was really nice surprise. So at this point, I'm just happy, thinking, hey, you know what, if I can pull an epic as well, be another good weekend. Well, it kind of went from, obviously, there's the next epic, finishing Austin off. I'm thinking, okay, I've only got the Sting card left now. Sorry, Sting card? The Edge card left now. Before Sting, I was still trying to pull something else. I pulled this piece of shit. But, you know, yes, it's crap. We all know they're crap, and we all know they're pointless. But it's another legendary. It's another legendary pool. That's the word we're going for, and completely failing miserably. So like, okay, two legendary pools in. I can't remember if this was the same day or not, but regardless, was obviously happy, but you know, miffed at the same time. But you can't really get too much. Still on edge here, and out pops Ryback, which I think was a pro. And I really couldn't be bothered, so I ended up just proing it and feeding it into someone in the end. I can't actually remember who. Let's just get it out of the way. And finished Edge, which was great. Edge was obviously a pro, which I knew going into ring domination he was going to be a pro. And the left arrow pro, which is, you know, great, seeing as Undertaker was a left arrow and Sting is a left arrow. So left arrows for days, which is always useful. Yet in epic tier, I think the only left arrow I have is Kane. But never mind. So move on from getting the Edge card onto the Sting card, and in between, well, there you go, you see it yourself. In between, obviously playing ring domination, waiting for bouts to reappear, I'm doing exhibition to get energies in, and yeah, we pulled a second, or well, technically overall a third Dolph Ziggler. It's so bittersweet. As soon as I saw the yellow, obviously of the card, I was like, oh my fucking god, and then I realised it was Ziggler, and it's just like, why? How can I possibly pull two of the exact same legendary card inside? I think this was Saturday, and I think the first one was on Thursday, or Friday and Sunday, I don't remember. It was within a couple of days anyway, obviously, over the course of the ring domination weekend. So, I now have a third Dolph Ziggler. I mean, I would have obviously taken any legendary any legendary card as a bonus, but I would have rather taken something that would have given me, even if it's just a shit pro like Jack Swagger, Mark Henry, something like that, just something that sort of I could at least use in the short term, you know, rather than getting a third, especially right after getting the one which gave me the pro. That's really the most depressing part about it. Carried on playing, obviously, exhibition for a bit, and we get this piece of crap. So, a legendary enhancement and an epic enhancement for the weekend. It's not too bad. I pulled the super rares and ultra rares on a fairly regular basis, but epic and legendary don't pop up too much. So, yeah, it's a nice surprise. It's a pull. It's a, you know, there's a bonus, I guess. Whatever. Blah blah blah. The next card, if I'm remembering this in the right order, is actually a card that made me happier than any of the previous pulls, and you'll see why now. No, you won't, because it's a card after this one. But actually, I was really happy with this. I needed a double stat support card, especially one that had speed on it, charisma even, because two I was using before were plus 45 to speed and toughness. That'd be stop sign and ladder, I think. So it's actually really happy to get this. It's just a shame they haven't actually just used that card on, the image on any of Austin's cards, but never mind. The next card is the one that I was happy about, and probably still am, about any card I got at the weekend at all. and I'm really making this tits up because it's not this one either. It's something that came after this one. Obviously, there's Sting, the second Sting card, which was obviously a pro. So, third time lucky. The next card is the one that I was most happy about for the weekend. Fingers fucking crossed. There we go. Epic Brie again. Grinding exhibition, just in between getting energies and whatnot. She pops up. So finally actually have a decent Epic Diva Pro after, for the last however long it's been Epic Eve Pro, especially in King of the Ring, having her as a single. But my Diva tag in King of the Ring has been Ultra Rare Pro Naomi. No, that's not right. Ultra Rare Nikki rather Pro tagged with legendary single Naomi, and it just gets absolutely mullered every single time. At least with Epic Brie now I have somewhat of a chance of doing something, and it also means that I'm not screwed constantly when grinding exhibition. So really happy with that, and this fucking gorgeous picture of her they put on the card as well, so absolutely no complaints from there. And you know, I was hoping to end the weekend on a big positive, because I'd had all these pulls and all these obviously all the stuff from Ring Domination anyway, all the extra board pulls, and I was in a King of the Ring with Turbo, so shout out to him, and Manonov. Now I knew Manonov had the strongest deck, so the plan was to try and just avoid him as much as I could, and we were both basically 14-0 and going into game 15, which I won 3-2 if I remember rightly. And at this point he seemed to start tanking almost deliberately to try and get down to 4th or 5th to play me in the final if I ended, in the semis if I had ended up finishing first. Well, I did end up finishing first, and Turbo finished ends up second, and I only lost, I think it was once in the original 45 games, and that was to Turbo. And here's the bit that pisses me off. Manonov finished third. Now, on game 45, he lost to me. He had no energy at all at this point, so deliberately, losing that game. There was a bot one game behind him going into game 45, and that bot won. Now, obviously on the standings back in season 1, they fixed it so that if it showed you as third, even if you're tied, you finished third. If you show as fourth, you finished fourth. Well, Manonov finished third, so therefore technically should have been on the other side of the brackets, obviously with Turbo, leaving me a free route to the final and a free legendary card. Well, no. Season 2, for some reason, it's if you finish level with someone, it's back to a fucking coin flip. And as has happened in 2 King of the Rings already, I get screwed on the coin flip and end up getting the harder draw. And you know where I'm going with this. I went out in the semis, so 44-1 from the original qualifiers, and then straight out 3-2 and 3-2, I think, in both games. And I was screwed anyway. Admittedly, I didn't have great odds. I think there's like a 40% chance of going through or winning either game anyway. My divas were on auto loss. One of my tags was an automatic loss. I think one of the other games was around about 50-50. But they seriously need to fix this. It shouldn't be a fucking coin flip. And yes, it is sour grapes. Then again, I did see Turbo's rewards that he got, so I wasn't really too fast. I think it's legendary Stardust. So it would have been, not that there's any guarantee that what he got would have been what I got. But if he had have got something that I wanted, so let's say legendary Naomi, I'd probably be a lot more angry at this point. But it was 2 more epics, so on the bright side I was thinking, if I can just pro Paige or pro Naomi, maybe there's some kind of benefit, even if I could pro Rock. Something good can come out of it. No, nothing good can come out of it. I've already got a pro of Sean, I didn't have Warrior, so it was 2 more singles. So it's somewhat of a disappointing and a salty way to end the weekend. I finished, basically, my plan was, as soon as I knew I was getting the epics, if it was going to be a diva, or something, well, it would have to be a diva, that would give me a pro, I was going to level it up during Night of Champions. and jump into a King of the Ring in the morning. If I didn't get a Diva, which I didn't, I would just jump straight into another King of the Ring after combining Sting. So obviously I didn't get a Diva. I jumped straight into another King of the Ring, and as you can see here, I'm 15-3. My record really doesn't matter because it's only me and Remy, and if that's the Remy that I think it is, it's the guy that's played about 475,000 games in the last 4 weeks, and he's basically got full legendary deck. So, or he hasn't, or has he? He hasn't. He's got a lot better deck than mine anyway. So I'm pretty much fucked. Let's have a look at the last game that we played. It's 3-2 loss. So yeah, I mean he's got Bella tag and Breeze a legendary pro, so I'm completely screwed there. I did move my tag around a little bit so I could have Bree as having more chance of winning against Natalia, but other than that, I'm fairly screwed. I've still got an Epic Pro tag. He's got an all legendary pro tag, and I mean this one could go my way depending on what's called, and it's got better support as well. And then there's Take a Sting and Take a Sting in the solo slots, and can't remember. Let's have a look. There is, I can't remember the other one. Who's the other single slot? The other single slot is he's got Sean and I've got Ziggler, so depending on obviously what goes where, I think Sean's got a fairly good chance of winning against Ziggler, so obviously it depends on matchups and blah blah blah, but I'll take second place because I'm not going to be winning, but it's going to be, sure, should at least be a guaranteed epic, fuck that, should be a guaranteed legendary unless something goes drastically wrong. And this video has gone on a fair bit longer. I was expecting to be probably about 6 or 7 minutes. It's about 12 minutes now, so I'm going to wrap it up there. It's just been a ridiculous weekend. Ring domination, oh, look at this, 1-4 in season 1 King of the Ring, because I just really don't bother too much with it at all. Yeah, it's ring domination was great to me the first time. It's been astonishingly good to me in terms of pools and stuff this time. I'm hoping for the next one to roll around as fast as possible, and the good luck can continue. Probably won't pull anything, but it probably should be PCC I think next weekend, which should mean a lot of grinding and hopefully a lot of pulls. I'm about 400 games away from my next ladder reward, which is a legendary diva, which I hope to Christ it's Naomi. I really do. But I'm going to state here that it's probably going to be fucking Cameron, because, you know, why wouldn't it be? And yeah, I'm going to end the video here. Hopefully I didn't drag on for too long, but ring domination has been absolutely awesome to me. Really loved the weekend, and it made up for the fact that Night of Champions was just a massive pile of dog shit. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like, and I'll catch you guys next time.